Hello there, guys. It seems like removing William Ruto from power is going to be extremely difficult. Today, Rigathi Gachagua was heckled badly in Kayole as he was trying to talk to the youths on the street as he was coming from church. Just look at this video. In that video, you can clearly see there's a group of youths who are shouting two-term, and behind them, somebody is actually recording. This is something that I have been noting in so many of Rigathi Gachagua's meetings. There was a time he was in Masai Land, somewhere in Narok, and a group of youths came to shout two-term. Even when people like Kalonzo, Akina Justin Muturi were trying to talk, they kept on shouting, and they were just like a group of people who it's like they have been sent to come and shout two-term. And the people who came there, Akina Gachagua, they were not even able to speak to the crowd because the noise of two-term was just too much. It was the same thing that I saw today in Kayole. And you know, this group of people actually came before. You know, there was an announcement yesterday. There was an announcement on Saturday night that Rigathi Gachagua will be attending a church service in Kayole. This group of young men who are shouting two-term in Rigathi Gachagua's meeting in Kayole already arrived in the morning, even before Rigathi Gachagua could come out of the church. They were already shouting outside the church. So when Rigathi Gachagua came out of the church and he went to the streets in Kayole, some people stopped the vehicle so that he can address them. But little they know that there are other people that came to the same occasion, to the same place where they knew Rigathi Gachagua would speak to the people, and they started shouting two-term, two-term, two-term. Then I'm asking myself, even if you really believe in William Ruto and you want him to be two-term, do you really need to shout to people? Do you need to make it known to everybody, or do you need to interrupt people's meetings? Or do you need to shout two-term so that others don't speak? You can just stay there and just listen, and then when Gachagua is done speaking, he can go and you can go back home, and then 2027 just vote for Ruto, the person that you desire to be the president. But on the other hand, I don't think that this person or these individuals, maybe they are just goons that have been paid to come and interrupt the meeting. Because why else will this group of people, which look like they are just young people, come to interrupt and make a lot of noise as if there's something they are going to gain from it? At the end of the day, these people don't even care who is the president. I think they care who is going to pay them. I also saw another video from Bere. A group of individuals seated down, wamekaa chini tu hivyo. And then they are warning Gachagua from coming to interrupt their meal or to interrupt their enjoyment. You know, right now in Bere North, there's a lot of money, government money that is being spent there to make sure that they win that by-election. Rigathi Gachagua has said that he's going to come and end that celebration or that enjoyment because he believes that Newton Karish, the United Opposition candidate, should be the one to win Bere North so that he can establish his authority in Mount Kenya region. I can assure you, William Ruto will do anything possible to win Bere North by-election. Whatever happens, William Ruto will try to rig or even try to win that by-election, because that means that he will make sure that Rigathi Gachagua is powerless in Bere North. And even it could create a perception in Mount Kenya region that maybe William Ruto is not that bad, or maybe William Ruto bado watu Mount Kenya bado wanamtaka, or there's a big percentage in Mount Kenya region which still loves William Ruto. So it could create a perception. That is why William Ruto will do everything to make sure that Rigathi is defeated in Bere North. Now, look at this video.
Yake na yeye Gachagua kia Mungu siku hiyo ndio atanjua watu wa hapa wametairi. Na hata mimi sijui kama yeye alipelekwa hospitali ya masista ndio akafanya hiyo kitu. I'm not sure. Siku hiyo ndio tutanjua kama kweli alitairishwa Kimbere. Watanjaribu kuleta hiyo upuzi yake hapa.
Okay. Let's just end it there. What do you notice about those guys? those are people who already look like they are moneyed. They are people who are enjoying the money that they are being paid to be able to convince people of Mbeere North to support William Ruto's candidate, Gathende, to be the person to win the MP seat. And you know, this is something that the opposition should make sure. Even they should camp there for 10 days. Rigathi Gachagua should go there and camp for 10 days. And should expect some goons to come and shout two-term in the meetings. Because this is something that William Ruto must make sure there is a perception that Rigathi is not wanted in Mbeere North. So what he will do, he will hire people to come and heckle. And you know, government has unlimited money. They can pay even 1,000 people to come and heckle you and say two-term and say you need to go, or even throw stones at you. So Mbeere North is going to be a very big challenge. Another very important by-election is the by-election in Malaba. But you see, Malaba, George Natembea and his group are really working hard on that direction. But I don't see any hard work happening in Mbeere North from Rigathi and his group. What I need to say and what I believe in is that in Mbeere North, there are so many challenges that the opposition will face. And that is why today I want us to ask ourselves just 3 questions and then we end the video. The first questions: does money play a key role in campaigns? That is the first questions. Does money play a key role in campaign? Because even if government has unlimited resources and the opposition doesn't have money, doesn't mean that just because the opposition are looking like saints and William Ruto is a bad person, but he has the money, cannot win an election, the by-elections, or even the general election 2027. I tend to doubt that. Because so many people in Kenya wanapenda pesa sana. And you will be very foolish to think that people will take the money, just like the way Gachagua says, that people will take the money and not do what the government wants. I'm telling you, these are very big. Because if people can be paid to come and heckle, are you telling me they are not going to be paid to go and vote and influence others to vote? I really believe that whoever will be selected as the opposition flag bearer has to have money first. He has to be the person who is most moneyed, because this thing is more expensive than you think. It is more expensive than you think. You need to pay these goons. You need to have goons, because siasa ni vita. It is war. You need to have people who will support you even online. You need to pay bloggers, like 10,000 bloggers, to be on your side. Because if you don't win on the internet, you're not going to win on the ground. So I can see a lot of problem there. Now, another question that we need to ask yourself: will they use money to create perception in the by-election and 2027? The opposition must use money just like the government. Hata kama hawana pesa ya kutosha, they must have enough money to use money to hire even people to start shouting one term and to create the momentum and the perception. Because at the end of the day, politics is about perception. To create a perception that people are saying one term, because government is just doing that. They are creating a perception through their bloggers, through their people they pay to go and heckle. They are creating a perception that William Ruto is still loved and there are still people who are willing to fight for him. So if the opposition does not have the resources, or they select somebody who is not even able to provide such resources so that they can support the campaigns, how else are they going to win? Is there a candidate in that opposition right now who has the resources to go against this government? And you know, William Ruto is a person who knows how to bribe. He is a person who is willing to spend to the last coin so that he can retain power. Is there a person in the opposition who is able to mobilize such resources? That is a question I'm going to leave to you. Because I really believe, in as much as government is playing dirty, and by playing dirty I mean by using bloggers, Twitter and TikTok to drag the names of the opposition through mud, the opposition should do the same. Because you're not telling me that William Ruto will just stay there and allow you to become popular without doing anything. He will try as much as possible to drag your names through the mud. And you can see very well that the name of Rigathi Gachagua is very unpopular. Ukienda huko Twitter, ukienda huko TikTok, because the government bloggers have destroyed the name of Rigathi Gachagua in Twitter and TikTok. There's nothing else about it. That is why he has lost his popularity in most regions of the country. It is because of blogging. The question is, does Rigathi Gachagua has the money to pay these bloggers so that they can correct his name and at least maybe say something positive? That is the video about today. Thank you guys for watching. And if you have enjoyed this video, please leave a comment. And God bless you. Peace.